Hey guys, thank you for joining. Quick question, what is the difference between duplicating and referencing tables in Power BI? Guys, today is the day I'm gonna solve that question step by step as always. But before you get started, if this is the first time you stop by this channel, please don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss anything. So now guys, this is the time. For today's tutorial, we're going to use data from the internet, okay? Here we have the FIFA World Cup. So we're going to copy this information, this link, and then we're going to connect Power BI with the web. Paste the link over here, hit OK. This is loading. So it will take a few seconds. And then here we're going to select table 3. Table 3 for this exercise, okay? So once you select this table, load, and then you are good to go. I already did this, so I don't have to do anything here. I'm going to cancel this. And then as you can see, here we have this table. Let's go over home over here, and then let's hit transform data. Once we are here, this is the new window, the Power Query window, and you can see here the table that we just imported. I already named this, it's called World Cup. The reason for this tutorial is to compare duplicate versus reference. Let's select the table here, right click, and let's duplicate for now. So once you do that, let's rename this for now, and let's call this World Cup duplicate. This is just for the exercise. Here I want you to see something really cool, okay? So let's go over World Cup and let's rename this again original for now, okay? Select this table again, let's go over view, advanced editor. Once we are here, you can see the M code right here, and we have every single step, and also we have here the source. This is the website that we selected from the internet. So it's right here, and we also have more steps here as part of this process. So keep this in mind. Let's cancel this for now. Let's go over the other table, the one that we just duplicated. View again, advanced editor. And as you can see, the M code is basically the same. So we're just duplicating the information. Keep this in mind. Let's cancel this for now. Let's go back to the original table, right click, and let's reference this table. Let's rename this for now. Check this out. And let's call this reference. And here, as you might have noticed, if you see the apply steps here option, we don't see the steps that we saw in the original table. So we are only seeing here source. So what does it mean? It means that when we create a reference table, we are only referencing the source, which is the original table. And if you double click over here, nothing happens because we are referencing the original table. Now, if we go over here, view again, advanced editor, the M code is so simple. So the source right here is the original table, the table that we initially imported into Power BI. So that's the key difference between duplicate and reference queries in Power BI. There is another difference here, and you're gonna love this. So let's go back to the original table, and let's say that we want to make a couple of changes here. So let's rename this, let's call this country for now, and then let's add another column here. So let's go over add a column here, and let's select for now conditional column, and here let's call this continent, okay? Perfect. And then as you might have noticed, country here, if it's Brazil, so this is America, I'm talking about the continent, and then let's add a couple of more clauses here. Country equal to Argentina, and here let's call this America as well. And then the last clause right here, This should be Uruguay, and this is also America, and then else, let's call this Europe. Please don't get mad at me here if a country is not part of Europe. This is just for the example, okay? Let's hit OK and let's see what happens. Check this out. We just created a new column called continent. And remember, this is in the original table. So let's see what happens here in the table that we just duplicated. You don't see the changes, so nothing happens here. Now let's go over the reference table. Check this out. We have the new column here, the name, it changed to country, and also we have the new column called continent. So what does it mean? It means that every single change that happens in the original table is reflected in the reference table, but it doesn't happen if we duplicate this. Those are totally independent tables, the original table with a duplicated table. So those are the main two differences. Now, if you want to see more details here, you can go over query dependency. So let's go over here, view, and then let's hit query dependencies. So once we do this, you can clearly see the dependencies here. So the reference table depends on the original table, and then the duplicate table depends on the source, the original one, the website. So really interesting. So now you might say, when do I use this? I usually use reference tables when I'm normalizing tables in Power BI. If you are creating your data model for those Power BI developers, if you guys are creating your Power BI model, the start schema, it's critical that we normalize tables. That's when we use this option here called reference. And I hope you find this helpful. So let's go over home here and let's close and apply. And then you can start creating your visualizations. Let's do this real quick. Just for the example, it's thinking. Perfect. So let's go over here and let's use the reference table for now. Before we end this tutorial, as you may have seen, we have here the other tables that we don't care about, so we can hide them. So let's go over the Power Query window, the Power Query editor. Let's say that we are normalizing tables here. For the original table, right click, and here you can uncheck this option, the enable load option. Let's hit continue, and then if you don't need a duplicate table, you can just delete it because we are just using the reference table. Okay, close and apply. And then if we go back to Power BI, you will see these two tables only. Perfect. Alright my friends, I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If so, as always, please give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, and of course don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss anything. Thank you guys for stopping by, and see you next time.